And I'm back with another Plants vs. Zombies video, or challenge perhaps. Today's challenge is, can we beat this game, or PvZ1, with a low budget? Or aka, beating this game with only 100 sun or less. So any plants that are 100 sun or less are allowed in this challenge. Now, rules: any plant that are 100 sun or less are allowed in this challenge. Anything above 100 is not allowed in this challenge. 2, X-5 and X-10 levels do not count because every plant is free there, so there's no point in me even playing them. But without further ado, like and subscribe if you want to, and let's hop on to this really interesting journey. Okay, 1-2 was really easy. You got sunflowers, vital for this challenge. Well, not vital, but really helps out in general. And we got cherry bomb, our first plant that we cannot use for this entire challenge. Let's move on to 1-3, where basically same thing as 1-2. We just spam pea shooters and you win the level. We have coneheads, so they're slightly difficult, and the big groups of zombies do kind of mess us up, but we're fine really. Mind you, the first few levels, so we're good. 1-4 was nothing special, and trust me, you probably see the theme here is that pea shooter was basically the main gimmick for every single level, because that was the only point I could really use. But water's gonna be really useful later on, so wait for him to shine, I guess. Man, a spooky guy on my lawn. Okay, so pole vaulter isn't that bad in hindsight, but he is still a threat because pea shooters aren't the best at knocking him out, and we get a plant later to counter him, but we can't use that plant because he costs more than 100 sun, so we're stuck with pea shooters and potato mines. But 1-6 wasn't bad. Okay, 1-7 was basically 1-6, but slightly easier, honestly. Just spam pea shooters and you win. Okay, so no surprise, it's just pea shooters again. Level has bucketheads, which are a problem. Okay, so bucketheads are really a problem, like a big boy problem, but we're moving to World 2 since the next level is conveyor belt level, and you know, it's not a choose your seed, so it doesn't count to the challenge. So, World 2. Okay, so if you haven't checked out my PvZ with no sunflowers / sunshroom challenge, you would know that, well, puffshroom can solo the night levels all by itself. Yes, PopCap made this thing super broken, and puffshroom can just handle basically anything. Besides footballs, but this level has newspapers, which aren't threatening because newspapers are slow, unlike in Bruno Mode EX Plus where they're insanely fast. 2-2 was basically the same thing, but we unlocked Sunshroom. Very useful for night levels, but not needed because puffshrooms handle everything. I will say though, the grave ambushes are super annoying, they just take up space, but honestly, not a hard level. I would say don't hit the door on your way out, but screen door zombie holds the door in front of him, so he's not gonna hit the door. But 2-3 has screen doors. We unlock fume shroom, which is pretty useful. Pierces through zombies, short range, but hey, it pierces. And screen doors are basically non-threatening because potato mine and fume shroom just counter it easily. Not much to say for this level. Yeah, Grave Buster is useful, but we do have pole vaulters, which is not threatening because puff shrooms can just bait out the jump, and then fume shroom take care of the pole vultures. So we're going to 2-6. After unlocking my favorite plant in the game, we were introduced to football zombies. Puff shrooms can't deal with football zombies, even if there's a whole row of them, so that's fun. But we can just use hypno shroom or potato mine, and they're simply gone in just a snap of a finger. Honestly, not a bad level. 2-7, the same old tale told many times. Football zombies and screen doors. Obviously potato mine for the screen doors and footballs, and then hypno for footballs. Really not a difficult level.
Oh, hell no!
Seemed like the party just started in the front yard. Okay, so disco is not too much of an issue. With the help of ice shroom and fume shroom, you can just pierce through the backup dancers. but don't underestimate disco during the challenge because it can mess you up really easily. And I mean real easily. Honestly, it kind of jump scared me when it first came out super early. Yeah, we unlocked the most broken plane in the game, but we can't use him because he costs over just 100 sun. But it's fine though because we're on the second final level, and this level just had backup dancers and discos and screen doors. Honestly, not difficult. But let's move on to World 3 because 2-10 is a conveyor belt, and that level is really easy. So let's move on to World 3, baby. So World 3 or 3-1 is basically just World 1 but Pool Edition, aka meaning that's really easy. Honestly, that's not much to say on this one. Okay, so I know it's kind of terrifying seeing those two next to each other, but this level is not bad at all. I mean, it's really not. Footballs don't show up enough to become really threatening, and newspaper barely show up either. But really all I did was spam pea shooters, and we lost squash, which is aka the best plant in the entire game, or its entire run, hands down. But let's move on to 3-3 where we actually go get Snorkel. And everyone's favorite zombie just dives into the scene. So we can't use 3-peater now, which sucks, but hey, spam pea shooters seem to work basically the entire time. Squash is still really useful, and I use them basically throughout the entire world of pool. Potato mine are useful, and I use puff shoot as like a wall, as a fast recharge, free plant to block zombies, you know? It just works, you know? And then walnut to block snorkels so that you don't get too far. Other than that, this level is pretty simple. Okay, after 3-3, we unlocked a plant that can counter snorkels. But the best part was what we unlocked in this level. The almighty bacon. Okay, do not question why I have a sunshroom in this level. I do not question, please. But, Zombonis. 3-6 with Zombonis. Not too bad. As long as you have squash on cooldown, you're safe. Pea shooters aren't really the best at taking out Zombonis, so if you have squash on cooldown, you're safe. Potato mine can also help, but make sure you have it placed down before the Zomboni crushes it. Other than that, this level is pretty simple, since Zombonis don't show up too much. Hey, at least we got a new plant that can actually harm zombies. Spikeweed isn't really a good plant, but hey, we're doing a challenge where we only can use 100 sun or less, so might as well use it, I guess. Useful against Zombonis, and it's okay for damage. It add more variety to the team comp, honestly. Okay, so 3-8 gives us Dolphin Rider. I mean, Tangle Kelp counters him, but if you mess up with the Tangle Kelp, then just squash him. Do not do what I did in this clip where Squash completely missed the Dolphin Rider, else he's just gonna destroy an entire plant. But other than that, same strategy with Spikeweed and pea shooters, and it worked out pretty well. Okay, so 3-9 can be a tricky one. Simple strategy that we've been doing. Spam Spikeweed and pea shooters and you win. Other than that, this level is not too bad, and it should not be difficult at all. Honestly, World 3 was really easy. Not really surprising though, because World 3 isn't really hard in general, but hey. But we're moving to World 4. Okay, so 4-1 introduces us Jack in the Box. Not my favorite zombie, but he's not this bad in this world so far. Honestly, this level is pretty simple. And 4-2 was not any harder. It just had football, but like I said before, football doesn't show up enough to become a major threat, so honestly, easy level. Which I cannot say for 4-3 though. Okay, so 4-3 took multiple attempts. Yeah, not because the level is hard, because Boom Zombie RNG. If he shows up in a lane where there's no lawnmowers, we lose. And the problem is that we don't have Blover yet, so it took me like 7 attempts just to even win. And it doesn't help that PopCap, for some reason, removed like 3 lawnmowers instead of having all 6 of them, so your chances of him going the right lane twice is pretty low. But we got on attempt 7, so let's move on to 4-4 after unlocking Blover, which is going to be really useful. Okay, so 4-8 has a tiny problem, Pogo. Now, there's not really a huge issue with him, but he does get more annoying throughout the game, because his first time showing up isn't bad, but every level after now, if he's in a level, he's annoying. I'm not lying, he does get worse way later on. Okay, so I forgot about 4-6, it had diggers, which you may think, oh, they're threatening, but we also have squash, so yeah, if it ever dug to the back, we just squash it. But 4-9 was not hard. I brought Spikeweed for some variety in the gameplay, but other than that, this level is pretty simple. Pogo was here, but he's not the worst here, honestly. In World 5, he gets worse, but here he's fine. Okay, World 5. Yeah, the final world of the game. Okay, so 5-1, we have a new plant. Yay! Also, I brought Blover because I got way too arrogant during this challenge. Okay, so we got Flower Pot, which is obviously vital for the roof. But 5-2 introduces us with Pole Vultures again, so that's fun. I brought Planter because, once again, being arrogant. But, yeah, this level is pretty simple, honestly. Besides Buckethead being tanky as heck, Cabbage can handle everything on his own. Not much is safe for 5-3 either. But let's move on to the worst level in this game. It's time for him to shine, finally. So, yeah, 1 magnet shroom is not enough, sadly. I also tried bringing Fume Shroom, but, he wasn't the best. Just watch the Pogo up there. Just watch him. Somehow, in every single challenge I did, Pogo always got me. At least once in every challenge. And, okay, so the strategy I did was Ice Room, because it made Pogo really slow. So, lobbing plants can actually hit him. But other than that, this level wasn't too bad. 5-7 is not a hard level at all. It's really easy, actually. And we unlock the best plant in the game. Okay, so after unlocking one of the best plants, I used it in 5-8. And let's just say, the Garg wasn't the most pleasant thing to see. And I suck at Potato Mine, like timing, so yeah, he got kind of far to the lawnmower. But other than that, this level wasn't too bad. Okay, so this level had Jacks and Gargs. Not my favorite zombies, but we're here now suffering with them. But the Garg did get to the end though, because I messed with my Potato Mine timing, so, yeah, Lawnmower took care of him. But the final level is next. And you made it to the end of the video. Now, if you want to check out my other challenges for PvZ, then go check those out. But if you like this video, like or even subscribe. And if you have any challenges to recommend, then drop it in the comments. Just don't make it something insane like beat PvZ with only sunflowers or something. But other than that, I am out.